Hey girl, it's easy to think you're asking too much in a dating age where the bare minimum is tolerated and subpar gestures are rewarded. The sad truth is, it's typical to be labeled as high maintenance for having normal standards. It goes without saying that we just may need a reminder of what is actually standard in relationships. Before lowering your standards or thinking you're asking too much, check out this list of things that should be considered the bare minimum. Number 1, consistent communication. There is no way you can build a functional relationship without consistent communication. If you're speaking to someone you're dating sporadically, there is no way you can be on the same page. And there's also probably no way that you're the only person that they're speaking to. But that's a different topic for another video. Some would say texting and social media connections are enough, but they aren't. If you're asking for consistent communication that doesn't involve text messages and social media, you're not asking too much. It's something about hearing your partner's voice and having that connection with them. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're high maintenance for wanting consistent communication. Number 2, commitment before physical connection. Now, I know it's wild out here in these streets, and some people are swiping Tinder down and swiping each other down after connecting on Tinder. But if that's not your steez, it's okay. Some people are still opposed to just hooking up. Not everybody can randomly physically connect with people, and they require that they be in a relationship with the person, and that's okay. People may not label this as high maintenance, but they will label someone who requires this much as approved sometimes. That's fine, but no, if this is your requirement, you're not asking too much. If you need a commitment before a physical connection, then say that. Number 3, monogamy. With the long string of wives, girlfriends succumbing to the notorious threesome requests, it's okay to have a difference of opinion. Some of our celebrity faves have opted to do this for the sake of, saving their relationship or pleasing their man and keeping him sexually stimulated. That's fine for them, but if you aren't into it, you just aren't into it. And your requirement for monogamy doesn't make you a demanding person. You want what you want, and monogamy is it. Number 4, emotional support. This is the most basic ask of someone with whom you're involved. At least I think so. It's basically asking that they care about what happens to you and how you feel about it. If you're dealing with a person that shows no interest, like zero interest in your emotional well-being, then it's time to walk away. No questions asked. When you're hurt, sad, or frustrated, you should be able to count on that person to at least be a sounding board. Now, this is not to be confused with an emotional punching bag, because that's not good either. But at least have someone that can hear you out and let you just kind of vent to them and take it all in. Like, you need somewhere for those emotions, those pent up emotions to go. That's basic. That's a basic requirement. So don't feel bad if you require emotional support. Number 5, expressions of affection. This doesn't have to be physical affection, because some people aren't really physically affectionate. Affection can come in many forms, like verbal affection, empathy, etc. On a very base level, this requirement shouldn't be hard to achieve. If you're truly into a person, some level of affection will flow naturally. Thus, this requirement is very basic and very reasonable. So if someone is looking at you kind of crazy because you require expressions of affection, then maybe they're just not for you. Now, if you have these requirements and someone is calling you high maintenance, They don't know the basic necessities of a successful relationship, because this is really, really the bare minimum. Just know that these 5 things are necessities. And if you're asking for them, you're not asking for too much. Stay true to you, and the right person to meet these requirements will come along and blow you away. If you like what you heard, go ahead and click subscribe and give me a thumbs up.